So I've been soaking this bad boy for about 2 weeks with PB Blaster. I'm hoping that I can throw it on my vise, open it up, and put my EGR pipe on and get it mounted onto the engine block and the manifold. Oh my God, she's going. Man.
Are you okay?
Yeah,
What happened?
I just dropped my Mac computer. Yeah. Hey, don't come out here, okay? Oh my God. Oh man. Look at this. Oh, what a bummer. Well, that's not going to stop me from getting that bolt off. So let's just keep working on that bolt, and I'll pick up this computer mess here in just a little bit. So this is what I've been trying to get out of the cooler for the last 2 weeks. Okay, so this is the old ferrule right here. This ferrule goes on the inside of this thread on the EGR cooler. And what's happening here is, as I was trying to push this EGR pipe in, it just would not fit over the EGR pipe. And this needs to slide right through this ferrule here. Okay, so and I was so convinced that the EGR pipe I bought at Spectre Off-Road was maybe incorrect diameter. So I second-guessed myself and I ordered another one off of eBay. So this is an aftermarket that Spectre Off-Road developed or sourced. But this one is actually OEM off the original Fj60. So I bought this off eBay for 40 bucks. But now that I got also the new ferrule from Spectre Off-Road, this is the new ferrule, and it should fit on here. Let me see if we can get the camera here, just like that. And that's all I needed was to get the bolted onto the manifold. Was just, I need to push this in just a little bit more. And with the old ferrule, it wouldn't let me do that. So I'm gonna replace this, put everything back together, and I'm hoping that we can bolt this right on. Okay, now for the moment of truth, I hope that this thing starts up, because I got a lot of stuff on this computer I need to get off of the hard drive. Yes, yes, yes. Let me check the wedding, the wedding file. Oh my God, it's all there. Crisis diverted. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and shut this baby down and back it all up here later tonight. Okay, so let's go ahead and get back to our project. All right, I'm gonna take my EGR cooler on my drill press. Got a little wire brush attachment here. I'm gonna try and clean out the inside of this thread and knock out more of that rust. now my question here is that because I was second guessing myself, I have two EGR pipes. One is brand new, but this is aftermarket by Spectre Off-Road, and this is the OEM. My only fear is it's hard to see hairline cracks. I'm not sure if there's hairline cracks in there. It looks pretty good, but I think I'm gonna use OEM. Just not sure. I want to make sure that the bend itself is perfect and not having to fight it. That's my other concern, is that when I was trying to put this on earlier, before I bought these new parts, I was afraid that the pipe itself wasn't bent correctly in the right angle. And as you can see, they look really, really close. I mean, super close. But if you look at the OEM one, there's additional bend right up here versus the Spectre Off-Road, the aftermarket, it's a straight pipe. It's straight from here to here. And here, it's a little bit of twist to it right here. So I'm not sure if that'll make a difference. I'm sure it will once I get it up in there. But it's really close. Okay, so I'm going to apply some of this anti-seize. Okay, so now that I've dry fitted this EGR in the truck and everything looks good, now I'm ready to tighten this pipe down. Excuse me. So this is the angle that it likes to fit into the truck correctly. We'll crank her down. Okay, so let's go ahead and try this again. Now this is the real deal. Hopefully we can get this in and one shot, call it good. Okay, so it's been like 45 minutes and I finally got the EGR on. Oh, gonna lose some battery here. So now I'm gonna crawl into the truck and get the EGR pipe on the cooler, and let's see how that goes. We're almost there. Cross some fingers. All right, guys. So I am under the truck, and I want to share this really important information with you guys, because I think if you're doing this project, holy cow, mosquitoes! If you're doing this project, I think you're going to find this particular information very useful. So let me give you a view of what it looks like under the truck. Okay, so there's the cooler and there's the EGR pipe, and the biggest struggle is getting the exhaust manifold bolt that's right there on the pipe lined up with, and also getting the pipe threaded through that hole right there. And there's really no room from that bolt all the way to the exhaust manifold. So what you want to do is, when you kind of work the EGR down into the engine bay, let us put it in its place, but don't put any screws in or bolts in. Just kind of leave it, free hanging on itself. Then crawl into the truck, because you need that cooler to be able to move freely, so that you can kind of wiggle the EGR pipe in that hole on that bolt, and getting those two bolts on the exhaust manifold back here. So you got to kind of do both simultaneously. Otherwise, you're gonna be fighting this, and that's what I've been doing for the last several weeks, and again today. So I finally figured out this is really the best method. So now I've got my two bolts on that exhaust manifold up there, on that ties to that pipe, and now I've got half this pipe threaded on that bolt halfway through. and there's absolutely no room. So I'm gonna crawl under here. I'm gonna show you guys what I've been doing. Is I've got a pipe wrench. Whoa, geez. I've got a pipe wrench here, and there's no room at from the top side. So this is really the only place. And I've got my pipe wrench set out. It's about 1 inch. So I'm just getting that. You can see that bolt turning. This seems to be working pretty good. It's about quarter turn at a time. And because I cleaned the threads really good, it's going under pretty easy. But you don't want to be putting a lot of force on this just yet because you got nothing bolt down up there. So my goal here is just to get this tight enough where I can align all the bolts on the cooler to the block and just kind of bolt things back in. But I want to get this into this cooler as much as I can without putting a whole lot of force on the pipe, because that's the last thing I want to do is break that EGR pipe. Okay, so that's about all I'm going to do right now. So I hope that will be very helpful for you guys, as that was very helpful for me. So now I'm going to go back to the top of the on top of the engine and kind of get things lined up there. I'm okay down here for right now. I got those 2 bolts. I got the nut kind of threaded in about three turns on the thread, so it's still loose down here. So once I get everything bundled up there, I'll come back down here and finish this off. Once I get the cooler bolted down nice and tight, then I can come back down here and get this wrenched down pretty good. So until then, okay, let's go back up. Okay, so I'm finally making some progress, and I just want to add this note to this video, is that this video is really for those folks that own a Fj60 series Land Cruiser that's been desmogged or it's been deleted, and you need to put those smog parts back on because you live here in California. So that's the exercise I'm going through right now, is trying to figure all that out. So if you're going through a similar situation as I am, well, I hope that this video is very helpful for you. But let me show you guys what I've done so far today. Okay, so that's the EGR cooler down there, and what's been giving me a lot of grief here is that EGR pipe, which is right there. Between the busted bolt off the manifold and me not being able to twist that nut off, between those 2 things, it's taking me almost 3 weeks. I've been letting these nuts soak in PB Blaster chemical to free up the rust. So today I got it all figured out, on, off, connected. So that's what it looks like, and that's what took me 3.5, almost 4 hours today, was getting that son of a bitch on there. Yeah, not fun. And not to mention, there's not a whole lot of room in here either, or down below. All right, you guys, so just want to say thanks for checking out this video today. And before I go, let's do some let's open up some mail. I got some good stuff in the mail that I've been collecting here, because I haven't been able to use those parts yet, but I think I'm ready for the next stage of this project. So let's go over here and take a look. So I don't know what this thing is called, but I gotta figure this out next. So that's my big project coming up. So as you guys can see, I've got a few projects ahead of me, and I hope you guys will stick around and watch my other videos as I try to figure out how to install this. I don't know what's majigger into my truck. So if you guys know what this thing is, let me know. But in the meantime, I'm gonna do some research and tackle this next project. So again, I'm Brian Plago with Fj60 Wagon Family. Hope you guys will stick around, and just want to say thanks for watching my video and supporting my channel.